What up? We're back, baby. I'm gonna do an alternate intro rather than my regular thing. I'm just gonna go right into it. I was watching Bad Friends and a couple of other podcasts out there, and nobody has real intros. Everyone just gets right into it. They sit down, let's go.
That's what I thought from the beginning, dog. I think we did it a couple episodes at the beginning, and it was really
cool.
We've
never done it. I've always done Dímelo Mi Gente. Yeah, I've always done the Dímelo Mi Gente. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I'm conditioned to do it. I don't know if people just like it.
Yeah.
Dímelo Mi Gente, what up, your podcast?
People don't like it. They hate it.
I love it. Now I'm going to do it. Now I'm going to double down.
You know what you should do? You should dive into the pod and then 5 minutes in randomly.
Just Dímelo Mi Gente. Anyway, it is episode 27. Yay! We are only 63 episodes from being finally discovered by a big network and making this whole thing blow up. So we're only a year and some weeks away from everything happening. For all you guys that still been listening to this podcast, honestly, this is Sober Pod number 4.
This is now
Sober Pod number 4. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We'll be doing this Sober Podcast thing where we're usually banged up. Now we're not banged up, but we're not going to dwell on it this time. I'm over it. I'm honest. I feel good.
Why? What's up?
Yeah, no, now I don't even want to drink anymore.
Ever. No, ever. All right.
Anyway, as to my left, you guys already know the deal. It's the co-host of the VVS Podcast, a very, very sad, very, very special, very, very sober podcast. It's the co-host, as always, the cornerstone, not to mention the fact that he's actually sitting in the cornerstone of the set. It's at Metal the DJ.
I still gotta get used to that little maneuver that he's doing now.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm out here, dog.
So here's the thing: we've been stepping up our audio. If you guys saw or heard, I should say, any of the audio that Gallo ad-libbed, I actually didn't re-watch the podcast last week, so I didn't get to see it.
Why would you?
But I'm gonna see it this time to see how it is. As you guys know, it is Gallo, the producer of the house.
With the fire fit.
With the fire fit. Here's the thing. I don't think and again, what I'm about to say is el burro hablando de orejas here.
Yeah, let's see it.
I don't like the thin socks with the shoes with the high. I'm still ankle socking it. I know that's shunned upon. I get it, but here's the thing. I'm going to do the reverse now. I'm going to wear skinny jeans. I'm going to double down on the ankle socks.
Double down on the skinny jeans.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of society telling me what I can and what I cannot wear. I'm tired of it. I'm done.
It's Gen Z.
Yeah, and then they make fun of us like they're not the biggest loser generation of all time. Like, bro, what do you think? Because you're cool because you wear ankle socks, bro? That's great. That was cool 12 years ago.
Socks do look a little outdated.
That's cool, bro.
I don't want to say I'm agreeing with Gen Z.
Nah, but
I feel like it would have looked
that's
nicer
cool
with the longer socks.
I drank on the airplane.
What airplane? You drank?
No,
you did not.
No, you didn't. You're a fucking liar.
Dog, I knew I tasted something in the air today. I tasted something when I walked into the studio, dog, and now I know what it was.
I tasted Jack and Coke on your breath. Let me smell it.
It was the taste of betrayal.
Yeah. I did it. You know what? I was gonna talk about.
Unbelievable.
It was
Why
great.
would you do this?
Don't care.
Us, bro?
I was glorious.
Unbelievable.
It was glorious. Here's the thing. I jumped in there. I got on the flight. I went to New York City for the day yesterday, and for whatever reason, here's the beauty of how it worked out. For whatever reason, wipe that look off your face, you stupid ass.
No, you keep it on there.
No.
Keep that face on.
I don't care. What do you think I care? I don't care about your feelings. Anyway, I walked onto the plane and I was like, and it was like a random kind of like trip because I had to go take some pictures of inventory, which I'm now going to begin to sell on the website. But the point is, I went over there and I don't know why it had been such a crazy day the day before. One of those days where everybody sucks. What's the Limp Bizkit lyric? Just one of them days.
Just one of those days.
Yeah.
When you don't want to wake up.
Yeah, one way. Everybody thinks everybody sucks.
Everything is fucked. Everybody sucks.
Yeah. What a line, by the way.
Yeah, that is a great line.
Shout out Fred
Bring
Durst.
back Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, shout out Fred Durst.
They're having a little.
They're a resurgence.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, on social media especially.
Because of Gen Z, surprisingly.
Because of Gen Z,
yes,
there's no way.
I'm telling you.
You're not going to come out here and big up Gen Z on this podcast.
No,
I'm not.
But here's also the thing.
Because of them.
I think they themselves are starting to have like a Black Mirror moment where we're like, we are so incredibly soft. Now they gravitate towards millennial things that we used to idolize, like for instance, Limp Bizkit, like just
Corn.
out, yeah. But like crazy stuff, they're discovering it and they're like, "Oh my god, this is great!" And we're like, "Yeah, brother,
Yeah,
Yo,
we
I
know.
hope-
yeah."
I hope
You
they
think?
don't. I hope they don't discover ICP.
Oh
That would be
my
awful,
god!
dog.
Oh
Jesus
my goodness!
Christ, dog. You guys are into ICP or no?
Hell no.
Insane clown.
I was
posse.
not a
No,
juggalo.
never.
Yeah,
You
no,
painted
I
your face
was
for
not
sure,
a juggalo.
1,000%,
Yeah, are you kidding me, dog? No,
100%.
They were rivals of Eminem, and Eminem is my goat. So yeah, no.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
anyway.
All right.
So it was one of those Fred Durst days where everything sucked. And like, I just got up in the morning and it was like a red eye, which, come on, let's keep it a buck. Red eyes to Newark. Oh, what a
Don't
dump.
he's selling it, Gallo. He's
Yeah.
trying
What
to
a
sell
dump.
it.
Yeah,
Am
yeah.
I
He's trying to
right?
Sell it, dog.
Am I right?
Am I right? Am I right?
Newark sucks, first of all, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Newark sucks. Newark sucks.
sucks.
Anyway. And so I jumped on the plane and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, dog. And you know they give you free drinks on the plane. And like I
Since
sat
when
down.
did they give you free
When-
drinks
yeah,
on the
but
plane?
Don't
man?
do it. Don't do it because now he's gonna. Go ahead, dog. Too late. It's too
When
late
you
now.
fly business.
Then you see, dog. You just yelled on the mic and then you tell me.
I don't
Oh,
care.
you don't
I
care?
drank.
Oh, you don't care today.
I'm like,
dog?
you know what it
He's on it
is?
today.
You know what it is?
He
You
cares.
guys
He's
are
on
like,
one,
you guys
dog.
are like,
Alright, dog.
you guys are Mormons that never had
Go ahead,
sex,
dog. No,
and
no.
it was like, oh, we're too cool. Like virginity
virginity
is cool. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I fucked my
You're
first
like-
bitch, and now I'm like, I don't care. I
you
don't care.
drank, my boy.
Yeah,
You're out here
yeah.
cursing.
Yeah,
Oh, my
I'm cursing, but that's the
He's
last
on it.
cursing of the
That's the
podcast.
last one.
But you had to I had to lace one in there.
Because
I wanna prove my
like
point.
a 15-year-old like little girl, dog. Like you don't care about
Like,
nobody.
yeah,
nothing, dog.
like I saw
you're
my
gonna
first
do
porno
you.
mag.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I jumped on the plane. They were like, "Sir, would you like anything to drink?" And I was like, "Is it too early for a double Jack and diet?" And she looked at me. She goes, "Never too early."
Yeah, oh, like that,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
porno.
She was a black girl, and she looked at me very sensualized,
And so you had to
like
do it.
sexual chocolate.
Yeah, dog. But here's the thing.
I called her sexual chocolate.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
If you would have had like 3 or 4 of those, though,
Oh, yeah. And I had a couple more shots of, hey, come over here, sexual
I'm
chocolate.
out here rejecting shots weekend after weekend.
No, but here's the thing, though.
and
Here's the
you
thing.
out here
What is
folded
the
like a
thing?
cheap lawn chair,
Here's the
dog.
thing. I don't
At 7
care.
a.m.,
I
dog.
don't care, dog.
he doesn't
Let me
care.
tell you,
He
though.
doesn't
Let me
care.
tell
He
you what
doesn't
it
care.
felt like, though. It was like the ending scene in 40-Year-Old Virgin. Aquarius.
Harmony and understanding.
It's so good.
Don't look at me, dog.
And-
Yeah, I don't,
no,
I don't
he's
even
looking
want.
at me,
Like
dog.
I'm
Like,
over
no,
this.
And
shit.
no.
over
But
it,
the thing
dog.
about it is, I
Topic
thought.
number one.
I don't care what you
Dímelo,
hear.
mi gente.
I don't care to hear about your story.
It was so good, and I had 2 of them. I had 2 rounds, and let me tell you, boys, it doesn't get old.
That's fine, dog.
You know, I thought I wasn't gonna miss it. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, you know what, this is kind of, I should have never done this, but no, I doubled down.
That's nice.
I was into it.
Yeah, what else?
Then it was great. Yeah.
Anything else we gotta address?
So what do we do now? Yeah.
Dog, you're the worst.
The
Actually,
worst.
you're
I don't
actually the
care.
worst, dog.
I
You're
don't
actually
care.
the
You obviously don't care.
No, I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
Clearly, dog.
I know there was a
I'm
pact
good,
of
dog.
brotherhood. I know that
Yeah.
we all had to hold it down, but I folded like
I
a cheap
hate
lawn
also
chair.
that you waited till the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
wouldn't even have showed up.
because
You would've
if I had
Straight
said
up.
it, if I had said it during like regular hours and not in front of the crowd, the Strong 16. Shout out Strong 16.
No, they're disappointed with you too. Dog.
No,
Honestly,
they're in there,
Strong
baby.
16,
Come
no,
on,
dog.
drop a comment
They
down
were
below.
pulling for
Are
us,
you
dog.
with us or
No,
are you
dog.
not
No.
with
They're
us?
not
No,
with
it's
you.
not
dog.
with you.
They're
All
not
right,
with you.
all right, you losers. All right,
No,
I don't
dog,
care.
they were
I'm not
pulling
gonna be.
for us,
I'm
dog.
listen. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna drink tonight too.
You're the
Nah. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, you're not kidding.
He's not
That's the
kidding.
thing,
No,
is
I'm
you're
kidding.
not
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You got a little bit of taste of the
That's
sacrament,
it.
dog, and now you want some more. You want some more?
Can we zoom in on my face? It was
Since
so
you want me to
good.
post shorts again, though, I'm gonna
was-
post a short of just you doing that.
Yeah.
You're like a fucking listener, man.
Stay. Oh, you dropped an F bomb. Come on, put the dollar in the dollar bin of the ones that I don't have. But yeah, so it was good. It was a good trip. What'd you do over this past week?
Nothing, dog. It rained all week. Literally,
Oh,
you
I-
made Gallo come out here, dog, swim just to lay down this news. He swam over here, dog. Like the water was.
I did
knee-high.
see somebody on Instagram swimming in the front yard or whatever, but like straight up with like little shorts and like the thing and the
Mosquito.
Yeah.
The little Speedo glasses.
Bro, you know what I did notice, man? And again, it's not to glaze NYC, but like, bro, it feels so good not to have humidity as bad it's been right now, man. It really is just awful.
This
It's
guy
re-
goes to.
No.
It's
honestly,
unbelievable.
Doug,
Really,
I
it is.
came in here positive today. I was like, you know what? We're gonna bounce back from last week's awful podcast.
You brought us cafecito. I was like, oh, let's get it.
For everybody, we had
Let's
2 shots of
get
cafecito.
it.
Thinking, hey, you know what? We haven't drank up, but you know what's a good pick me up?
Little cafecito, dog.
But little did I know,
Little did I
dirty
know.
little weasel that you are.
Because that's what you are.
Yeah, because that's actually what you are, dog.
I love a dirty little weasel.
A DLW, dog.
A DL dub. A dirty little weasel, man. What are you hitting us for the
Anyways,
thing?
dog.
Are we doing? Oh,
Yeah, I
you
know
know,
we're
we
doing
got feedback of the structured podcast.
I told you.
and
they
people
weren't
didn't
about
like
that
it.
life.
People didn't like
Because
it.
That's
what made us struggle too. It's what made us struggle
It
because it
did.
had to be. There was rules. Now there's this.
Now there's
On
this.
top of the
Right.
fact that we're sober, dog.
That
It
too.
put us in a really bad place.
Okay, can
mentally,
we ask
honestly.
the strong 16 a question? Are we funny or sober, or are we funny or not?
Man, you know
or
the
does
answer
it
to
even matter? What if
maybe.
what if we get
What if
like
we are,
a bunch of comments and everyone's like, bro, it doesn't even matter
Yeah.
whether you're
You guys
sober or
suck
not.
regardless.
yeah. This podcast is not good.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like,
No,
I'll
it's
take
fine.
that.
It's
And
fine. I'll
I
take
would
that.
understand wholeheartedly.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, there's levels to how bad we suck, and I think that we're discovering absolutely brand new ones.
Yeah. We reach new heights. yeah. In the Suckville.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hate it.
Should we go into topic number 1 or not really?
Yeah, I
No,
guess. But here's the
I-
thing, though. I said you threw me off with that.
Threw me off.
Yeah,
About
dog.
what?
Honestly, dude.
About the
Honestly,
drinking?
Yeah, hell
bro.
yeah,
Like,
man.
Yo, we
I hear you.
have been strong, dog. We've
I hear
been
you.
sticking to it.
I could
dog.
have lied to you guys, and I
would
wanted
rather,
to.
honestly,
Yeah.
dog.
I would.
rather.
Okay.
I don't
Nah.
wanna
If you're creeping. Oh, I'm off.
Yeah.
Was
you
I
were
off?
off. Yeah,
It
you
wasn't
were
it.
off.
If you're
Your
creeping,
booze problem.
Yeah. No.
if you're creeping,
booze
keep it on the
booze
low.
problem.
If you're
dog.
playing me, keep it on the
Oh,
low.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. But so no creeping is in that
Creeping
lyric.
is the new one, dog. Creeping is the new
If
one.
you're
dog.
creeping, please. Okay. If you're playing me. All right.
on,
All right, dog. My bad, dog. Jesus. I'm
Topic
not a
number one, Gallo, dog.
lyricist.
Topic number 1.
Stop shaking your legs, bro.
No,
when you
I'm
do that,
upset now,
you
dog.
get
I'm upset.
anxious.
Here we go, dog.
And it's
I am
so
anxious,
weird.
dog. I
And
hate
it's
it.
so strange how you do that.
I'm
You do
gonna
the
keep
same thing
shaking.
when you have to pee, like a little kid. You always do that, and it's pissing me off.
The deflection, dog. Go ahead. Don't worry about it.
God,
You gotta look at yourself in the mirror tonight.
Look at yourself in the
I
mirror.
gotta. What? Damn, I was gonna sing the "Man in the Mirror" by Michael Jackson, but I can't. Why do you
get
cover
that.
your ear? Why do you do
have
that?
to.
Because you gotta
You
get
got
your
the
voice
feedback-
right, my boy.
the feedback
dog,
from
come
the-
on. It's
come
a
on.
singer thing.
Right now, you just appear.
You wouldn't understand.
Right now, you appear in Sweet Caroline, a karaoke bar. You got
Yeah.
one song to sing. You're banged up. Your hot chick is at the end of the corner. You have to impress her. Give me the song you go to right
How
now.
deep is your love, Bee Gees?
Oh,
That's,
Yeah, dog.
that's
Because
standard.
it's a sexual song. It's not a sexual song. It's a sensual song. It's a
It's
lovey-dovey
not
song.
a sexual
It's
song.
No, it's because you gotta put yourself in the place of being drunk and having a little baby there, dog, and you're serenading her. So now it gets sexual. And then when you hit the high berry, dog,
yeah.
That's it, my brother.
Okay.
that's me back in the day.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
That's me.
That's once a life I used to live.
That's
Que rico,
A
though,
long
dog.
time
Am I
ago.
right or
Long
right?
time ago.
When you look at her on the side of the bar and she's there, and all of a sudden there's a spotlight on her for some odd reason, and there you are, you're looking at her making contact, and you hit the high berry. Give us a little high berry. Go on. Go on, go on.
No, I have to get it.
Come on. Is your love how deep?
Cause we're living in a
Hit that. Hit that.
What happened to the ear?
You can't make me laugh.
All right, I won't look. Go ahead. Go. I won't look. I won't look.
Look away.
I'm
Everybody just close your eyes, dog. Even if you're watching on YouTube, dog, just turn around because I know you're
All right, here we go. Here we go. All right,
not
everyone, lights off. Here we go.
Let's
Go
go.
on.
We're
Go
not
ahead.
looking.
Go
We're not
on.
looking.
All right,
Go,
not
go, go.
looking.
Dog.
And Barry.
And so-
Cause we're living in a world of fools, breaking us down.
honestly,
Honestly, dog, I thought-
I looked away and I was like, oh,
Barry.
When did Barry get here, dog?
When-
Barry's been here the whole time, dog.
Have you seen the
And
memes
that's a
of like?
sober Barry, dog.
Have you seen the memes of like Shakira? It is too.
I love that shit.
Barry, it is too. That's who you are, dog.
We did it.
That's That's crazy.
That was a sober berry.
That was
That's my first
horrendous.
ever sober berry.
No, you should be.
It sounds a lot better drunk.
You should be berry for Halloween.
Oof.
Should I?
Yeah.
No, you know what I've always wanted to be for Halloween? Grease, John Travolta, Zuko.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah,
Yeah,
T-Bird?
why?
Who doesn't want to be a T-Bird?
What
boy?
was the game? What was the game that it was in cars and like the boss who you had to race for pink slips?
Yeah, for pinks?
Was for pinks.
Say pinks.
Was like a dude with a black jacket. And he would
Yeah,
pull up in a Corvette. And he would
course.
always smoke you. What game was that?
Game. There was
Yeah,
a game.
it was a video game. Gallo, you're a gamer.
I have no idea.
You're talking about where remember we used to race for pink slips and you would race other
Need for
people.
Speed?
No, it was an
Mario Kart?
old game. But like every once in a while, you would go to the hangueo, and then a guy would come out and be like, "Do you want to race for pinks?" And then if you beat him, obviously you would get his car.
Hangueo.
And yeah, it was like a diner that you would go to in
What
the
kind
game.
of bootleg?
Bro,
Yeah.
look up the thing, Gallo the stat guy, and you would look it up, and then every once in a while, some guy would come out and he looked like the Fonz, and he would like, "You want to race for pinks?" And he had an all red Corvette, and he was like almost impossible to beat. But if
no,
you
I don't
beat
know.
him, you got to keep his car. I don't even think I ever beat
point
him.
is, I want to be Zuko for Halloween, Doug. Honestly, that's what I want to do.
I've come up with some terrible Halloween costumes in my
When's the
process.
last time you dressed up for Halloween?
Ooh.
And what was
Here's the
it?
thing: I haven't been here in Miami on Halloween for a really, really long time.
Was it
but-
around your birthday, right?
Yeah, I always leave, so I don't really know. I haven't got dressed up for Halloween in years. I feel like after the age of like 35, like you're ridiculous for dressing up.
Not 35, probably like 25.
Nah, because you could go to a
Yeah.
party at 30
Yeah.
and still be
Yeah,
vibing.
still
Yeah,
be a
you can go to a
little
30.
Nah, dude.
Yeah,
You got a 30
if
party.
it's a little house party.
I can't remember the last time.
Drop
I
it down in the
dressed up.
comments below. What is the
The
cutoff
last time,
age
Yeah, what's the cutoff age?
of you looking ridiculous for a Halloween party?
You know what's the last time I dressed up, man? You should see that picture. I'm gonna show it to you after. If there was B-roll, it would be classic. I dressed up like a banana.
That's
for
so
Olivia's. It was for Olivia's first Halloween. She was a strawberry and I was a banana.
Where's the one that you had the fake the Party City fangs?
Oh my god, that was
Gallo.
awful.
He has this
I gotta show that to
horrendous
Gallo, too.
picture
Yeah.
of him doing like a family portrait, and he had like a mohawk.
Because it was like this Vampirina. What do you? Everybody, if the strong 16, you have kids, you know Vampirina. So Olivia liked Vampirina, and so she was Vampirina, and I was the dad. And the dad has like a mohawk, and he's a vampire, and he's a herb.
No,
More
he had like
importantly-
this. He had like this
It was no.
terrible.
That was during my
chin
keychain
hair.
phase.
Oh my
Yeah.
My God, you
Hell
were
yeah.
such a fat loser,
I
dog.
was such a fat loser.
Jesus
I really was,
Christ, dude.
There's no like in between with me, dog. Like I'm either like cool or like I'm a loser.
But here's the
There's
thing.
no like middle
but
ground.
then right
Yeah,
now you
I have
walk around
noticed
like
that.
you weren't a fat loser for
Yeah,
most of your
now I'm
life,
not
and
gonna
you
walk
are
around.
still.
Yeah, dog.
Still.
No.
Yeah.
Don't project that on me, dog. You're the one wearing ankle socks, my boy.
I'm out here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly, dog.
wear them until they come
Look
back,
at you,
and
dog.
then I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
and if
ahead of
you're
my
gonna-
time.
And if you're gonna do that, por lo menos put on some lotion, my boy. Que esto está más ashy, dog.
think
Está
so?
feo, no, for sure, dude. Look at that,
It's
dude.
not looking bad.
It's looking pretty bad. Gallo, look at that.
It's ashy.
It's ashy.
It's Ashy Larry.
Yeah, dog.
Ashy Larry.
It looks bad. It looks ashy.
They smell.
So don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it
Why do your
smells
legs
a little
smell?
bit.
Nah, no. But I drank this morning. Am I right or am I right?
Oh my
No,
God.
you're the worst, dog.
The
Nah,
worst.
Yeah, Gallo, don't even look for that video game, dog. Let's just jump into
I
topic
can't
number
even
one.
find it.
Honestly,
I
like,
didn't
yeah,
even-
that video game, your mom got it for you, where she got you the J's. Those fake J's. She got it. It was a twofer. It was a twofer, dog. For sure, dog.
I had a really big, like, childhood trauma because of that story.
Because of that story, yeah, dude. I can
dude.
tell.
I wore Bobo Skidoos, which, by the way, I asked Gen Z, Ben, I think, or who was it?
Who
we
was
were,
it that we were asking?
that they were like, yo, I think it was Kickflip J.
It was kickflip.
Yeah, and
What,
we were
what,
like,
what?
we were telling him like our lingo that we used to say. And I was like, oh, do you know what Bobo Skidoos mean? And there he was just like, nah, I have no idea what that is. Like, I've never heard of it. What was another one that we used to say? Oh, boof. That's boof.
Ooh, man, I haven't heard that word in such a long
That's
time.
That's boof.
But there are certain words that we should probably keep in the past like that.
Like what else?
Like that. Like
Boof?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Boof is fun.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna spark you. Spark you.
oh my God. I'm gonna spark you, dog.
I'm gonna spark you.
What are some other good words? dog?
I had a list of them. Bobo Skidoos. I'm gonna spark you.
Boongie.
This is this is boongie. This is boongie.
Ah,
But
yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
where you have to grow up like kind of in the hood to understand
Yeah.
boongie. Another one. I had a couple of them. The other that I was just telling him that again, all of these things just they're not around anymore,
not
dog.
around anymore.
And they're like gone. What's another one like insults, man? Like fart knocker is like early 90s.
Yeah, no. See, no. Now you got me.
Nah.
You don't know what a fart knocker
No,
is?
I'm a
Come
middle-aged
on, man.
millennial, dog. I'm not an old.
Come on, brother. You're a year younger than me.
Oh, now, how convenient, right? What was that little,
What's up?
what was that little side face? Right?
When it serves me right, then you're like, bro, you're a whole 2 years.
And then when it doesn't, I'm like, 2 years is a huge difference.
It really is. In hip hop terms, it really is though. And you don't know hip hop, so let's keep it a buck.
Let's keep it
Let's
a
be
buck.
serious, dog.
You don't know hip hop, dog. But
You know
whatever.
what I was watching today? The Kanye West graduation music videos.
Oh.
I honestly, I'm not even exaggerating, dog. I was teary-eyed. Like, I was showing Olivia, right? I'm like, because she was like, Papa, I want to lay down with you. I was okay, if you lay down with me, I'm going to teach you about music. And I don't know why graduation was on my mind. So I played graduation for her. But then I'm watching it now. Now I'm into it. You know what I'm saying? I thought I wasn't. I'm back when graduation. But I'm back in 2007 dog, or 2008, whenever that was.
Don't do
And
that.
what an... It literally got me teary-eyed because that Kanye doesn't exist anymore.
The music has this insane way of being able to transport you into a time in your life where you were younger, where you didn't care, or maybe you did care, or maybe just crazy things. Like, again, there's so many songs that if I play them,
It takes you, yeah.
it takes me there. I thought you were gonna tell you the documentary about Yeezus.
Genius?
Is that what it is?
That's what it was called.
Yeah, Genius, whatever. Yeah, I thought that's one of like, and now I'm gonna sound like such a basic little bitch, but like, I have yet to cry during a documentary, and I remember I told you I shed a tear for that one. That one was rough for me,
Man, because I think Kanye in particular, man.
and it wasn't even about. But the thing about that particular documentary that guy follows him around, it wasn't because of his music. It wasn't because it was Kanye. Probably was, but it was because of what he did to get there.
Right.
And the part that would always get me was his insane, like, blind faith in believing in himself. And it would happen to be in a time where I was opening up my own business. So I like needed that documentary more than anyone else that I knew.
Because it was like a personal.
Yeah, I remember where I was, man. I was living in an efficiency in Hialeah at Jerry's. And I was living in the side of it. And I was just remember sitting there and being like, I had just left the other company. It was maybe 3 weeks of buffer where I didn't know whether to just completely launch myself or like continue working at this other place. And so I finally told at the time my business partner, and I was just like, bro, I'm leaving on this day. And so like I was working till 1 basically, and then after 1 I would be like, all right, I'm leaving for the day. And I didn't even get paid the last 3 weeks. I didn't even pay myself because I was like, I'm just like a detriment to this company.
You're packing it in.
Yeah, 1,000%. And so basically I left at 1 and then I went on and did my own thing, but I didn't really know how it was gonna work. I didn't know anything, dog. And I remember sitting there and you were the one who told me like, yo, dog, you should watch this documentary, the Yeezy documentary. And I remember sitting there watching it, dog, in a orange couch. You remember my orange couch from my from the efficiency? And I was just sitting there, dog, and I was like maybe episode 1 or the first part of it where he's like going to the studio and like swinging open doors and like rapping in front of like the marketing director, and she's looking at him like
he played like Jesus Walks, I think.
Yeah. And she wasn't even feeling it. She was just like, all right. And then somebody else walked in. You could tell like she was awkward about it, like trying to get away from the situation. And I just sat there and I was like, oh my God, look at this guy, bro. Again, I didn't care that it happened to be Kanye West, but it was more like, damn, bro, look at this dude, man. That's an insane will. Like, that's how you gotta be.
That's how you gotta attack life,
it's
dog.
So like you have to be relentless, embarrassing, like putting yourself
embarrassing, dog. That's the part.
Make it awkward for someone. Force them to make
weird.
You know what I mean? And I remember sitting there and like after that, I remember like sitting there crying, dog. Like a little bitch. Like,
but do you think that like the opposite of that, right? Like there's people that are like that and actually suck.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but the determination still does. It needs to be there. It's so, like you get all these.
Well, if you don't have it.
You get all these like people that genuinely tell you like, oh man, my family doesn't support me or my friends don't support me. They don't buy shit from me. And like I look at them and I'm like, bro, that's so stupid. That's such a stupid way of building any business. And not that I have all the answers, because I certainly don't, but the ask of businesses or any business of your friends' patronage is so stupid and awkward to me. Like you have to be so blind to the fact that you cannot lose, that it doesn't matter whether your cousin buys a book from you or like, it doesn't matter. None of that shouldn't matter. You gotta be the one who has to believe it is you.
Yeah.
And then eventually everybody comes around to it. Like there was many people for many years that had no idea that I was a co-owner of Go Fever Miami. Zero clue. And let's keep it a buck. Half of it, Gallo. When I started Gallo had no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gallo had no idea. Most of my close friends didn't have any fucking idea just because we were just trying to do something that I had never done before. And sometimes you're more embarrassed that you're going to fail, really. And then other times you're just like, yeah, what difference does it make?
Right.
Like, it's not like, one of my homeboys is going to maybe buy a chain, like, and I should, like, depend on that. No, bro. Like, now everybody knows that I do it. But at the time, nobody knew. Let's say when you were DJing. The only one that had to believe it in that room was you.
Yeah.
That's it. Everybody else was just like, all right. And ironically, the only other person that believed in you was me.
Yeah, drunk you.
Drunk me.
And then sober you was like, you know what, me?
Bro, I thought you were Tiesto. I thought you were the best thing I had ever heard. How stupid was I? But you made me believe
but
that.
it you think so?
1,000%.
I thought it was a Jack Daniels.
Nah, well, yeah, that too. But you did. Like, you were like, yo, this is what I want to do. And you would play something, and I would be like, oh, this is insane. Like, how are you this good?
How are you? This is we gotta put this out there. People
gotta hear this.
Like that one time we made the song with our boy Blake.
Oh yeah, getting banged up. Yeah. But again, you were the only one that had to believe it, and then
everybody else laughed at me. I remember sitting in the chair. Memo was my barber, my dog. He laughed at me. Blake laughed at me. My mom laughed at me. Everybody was that. It was like the Step Brothers scene. Brandon's has a man, John. No, Brandon has him. It was everybody just like that, dog. And then Gus, his little fat little lips. Just keep going. People need to hear this.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. But outside of it, even if I didn't believe in you, it didn't matter. You were gonna be a DJ regardless, because that's just what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that documentary was the proof that I needed for me to be like, all right, this is gonna work.
Yeah,
COC, dog. And that's how
I remember, dog, those 3 weeks were awful, dog.
It was a rough
because you're normally like, you're laid back, you're chilling, dog, and you were stressed out, dog. I would look at you and I'm like, damn, dog.
I don't look
I'm
good.
gonna get out of here.
Yeah. I don't like. I don't even get too high or get too low. It's just like an even keel for the most of the time. It's like chill.
On edge.
And I was on super edge, man.
Which was crazy to me too, though, because I was like, oh, this guy's he's gonna.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's because you believe in your friends, like maybe you were stressed out about like, oh, am I gonna be a good DJ? And I was just like, bro, just wait till they hear you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so maybe it was something like that. But at the time, you just don't know, man. Starting something from brand new, especially, it's so stupid, man, because like you keep receipts on people that doubt you. I don't know if you do that, but I certainly do that. Do that. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember talking to some people saying like, oh man, you gotta like give me business. I'm not with the other company anymore. And they would be like, why? And I'd be like, oh, well, I'm just starting out. I'm gonna go do my own thing, And they're like, why, bro? That's so stupid. You already have a brand. Like, everyone knows you and your business partner. Like, why? And I couldn't give them a real reason as to, like, why I would do it. It was just kind of like, this is what I believe. And as I was struggling and, like, as the first month rolled in and the second month rolled in, and it was, like, rough, and I didn't know how I was going to pay Jay, and, like, I didn't know how I was going to pay my bills, and it was, like, crazy. I read those receipts again in my brain. And, like, that's how... I wouldn't say it kept me motivated, but it certainly was the spark that like wouldn't let me go home.
Yeah.
I would just continue to work because I knew that if I went home, it was so, again, it's one of those things.
Needs something to like,
get
them going, fired up, dog.
Yeah, like I used to work I'd wake up, paint the office. You remember when I would send you like, probably like, yo, check this out. Like I painted the office or whatever. I used to paint, and I used to tell myself, if I go home, I quit. And so, like, I would just stay. And just sometimes I would just stay until, like, 11 o'clock at night because I knew if I went home, I was quitting. Like, I wasn't being productive. I was only me. Yeah. And then when Jay came around, like, sometimes I remember one time I didn't have money to pay him for, like, Friday. And this was, like, Wednesday. And I was like, all right, I'm going to have to, like, not pay myself again this week so I could pay him and he can have, money or whatever. And, like, I'll figure it out. Yeah. And I stayed. And I was, like, I don't know what it was, bro. And the phone would never ring. GVJ would never ring. 305-900-7122. That phone number would never ring. And if it would ring, it would be like a telemarketer. Like, oh, you want to like buy,
Xfinity.
solar power. Like, oh God. And the phone rang and it was like 9:30 at night. And the guy was like, hey, bro, like I saw your Facebook. I used to post things on Marketplace of things that I had just finished. And he was just like, yo, I want that chain, but I want a bracelet too. And I was like, all right, I got the chain, but I don't have the bracelet. I can have the bracelet to you in like a week. And he's like, all right, cool, but I'm going to come and cash you out everything. And the next day he came, and that's how I was able to pay him for the next day, pay myself a little bit. And it was the first order that I had to fulfill. And it was like order 10002, whatever it was. And I wrote, yeah. And I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and that was it. And I was able to pay. But it was because I was there to answer the phone. I didn't even know who it was. Like, it's just a phone number that rang. I picked it up, and I was like, Gus Villa Jewelry. Thinking it was like, a telemarketer. It was like a guy wanted to do it. And that's how I was able to pay him.
And the rest is rock and roll history.
Because these are impulsive buys. Yeah. So sometimes you just had to be there. Otherwise, they're not going to call back, whatever. Now the phone doesn't stop ringing. But like back then, it never did. And the only person that's got to believe it is you, blindly. Albeit that your friends are not going to be there, your family members, whatever. Your parents are always going to root for you, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that support doesn't work, but at the end of the day, it's got to be you, blindly, regardless of what anybody thinks. Anyway, that was my
I don't know how we got here, dog.
I don't know.
I liked it. I don't know. I don't know if the producer could
Just
put
one of
some
those
like
weird ones,
inspirational
but-
music in the background then or something.
Dun,
but
dun, dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Gallo's like, damn.
Gallo, where do we?
The thing is, Gallo's never been here for that type. Like we've done it a few times. We've done it a few times. I don't know if we've done it on this podcast. Maybe we have. I think maybe like the first like one or two that we did that was actually the VVS, not like the other one. The one before.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So this is the first time. So he's confused. He doesn't even know what he's looking at anymore. Look, he's like, I don't even know if I should press a button. What do I do now? He's staring at his hands. He's like, this is confusing.
Hold on. I got something.
What is that? We can't hear it.
I know you can't hear it, but I can hear it.
Oh,
So go ahead, boys.
It's to reset the room or what?
That's topic number one.
Topic number one.
Damn,
Man.
all right.
He's not even prepared.
No, I'm prepared, man. I don't know. I was just taking
Did you get inspired?
Yeah, I got inspired, man. I was taking in that segment.
It was a
man.
little bit of a somber mood, but sometimes
No, it wasn't somber at all.
It wasn't somber, no. I thought it was like
I've gotten a taste of that story. I mean, I've seen it.
you lived it.
I lived it.
You lived that story.
But every time it's like I could hear it all over again. Dog, so
Yeah. It kind of took me back to like me with like OPP, other people's property, and, like,
dog.
when I was doing that. And I
Let's
was
get
like,
it. We should do it again.
Yeah, I mean, but it's true. So many people give up right before, man.
Yeah.
Like, literally, not even give up right before, just give up because there's no results. And that's
But it's
that's
so
the
hard,
easy.
dog.
That's the easy thing, and it's so hard to like stay unmotivated, man. And sometimes I stay unmotivated. Sometimes I don't want to do it, but like, there has to be something that just lights that fire again, man. And like I said, that stupid thing that we talked about, like people always come on podcasts like they're like so well groomed and know exactly what to say and are these motivators as if they're, these giant Gary V's or whatever. But like, what was that dude's name who's a rapper who said the most stupidest line? But it's the only one that's resonated of the million podcast clips. Kevin Gates, yeah. When he was just like, stay consistent. Eventually, your motivation is going to go away. Yeah. But to bring it back, you just stay consistent. That's going to go. Your motivation will go. Yeah. Everybody's motivation eventually dies out. Yeah, if you stay consistent, it'll come back. It'll bring back your motivation. And it's crazy. But that's what it is. Gallo, now that we're on air, let's go. You got a million projects to do. And you don't need anybody. But the main thing that you lack is that consistency, my man.
Dog, what did they put in that Jack and Coke, my boy?
Nah, I'm not even telling you that. But here's the thing. I have some friends, and there are a lot of people that live their entire effing lives not knowing what their talent or what their passion or what anything is. All right? And there's so many people that continuously live their lives. They go to work, they punch their card, they go out, they, nuke their dinner and go to sleep. And that's their lives for 35 years. Right. Never, ever discovering a passion, what they want to do, nothing that like burns the fire in their soul. I have quite literally nothing that holds me back from waking up in the morning. I wake up in the morning ready to work. It's my work and it fuels me insanely. And I am so insanely grateful to the universe that I am able to say that and do that. And Gallo, the producer here, has that one thing and he's found it multiple times. He has an insane talent for like fashion. And he has this brand where he would go to thrift stores and like repurpose clothes. And to me, it was like speaking Chinese. He would go to this place, say, for instance, the thrift store, and like pick it out like a laser. You know what I mean? And be like, oh, this is going to be fire. And I'm looking at that, and like, that shirt is horrendous, dog.
And he just flipped it
he's
for
like,
$75.
and he's looking at it, and he's like, bro, it's $120. And I'm like, nah, no way. All right, hold my beer, my boy.
Yeah,
$120 later,
right
gone.
Plus shipping and handling.
Yeah, and again, and I don't have a knife for that. I just don't. That's not my talent. But I don't have a passion for that, or clothes, or anything like that. And those type of side projects are types of side projects that take years sometimes to develop. He was doing pop-up shops, and I was like, bro, that's what I'm talking about right there. But, like anything else, life gets in the way, bills get in the way, and the type of motivation goes away. And then you leave these passion projects away. And this is what I'm telling you. Like, now that we're on a podcast and we're talking about it, and not to be vulnerable on a podcast, but it's just like that type of thing, you don't get that. People live, 90% of the population has these jobs that are just labor jobs and have nothing that are going to spark that fire. So if you found that one thing, go back to it. And there's no shame in going back to it and starting all over again and see if you can get motivated.
And it's scary, dog. Like how many times have you had to like talk me off the ledge? Like even while I'm doing it already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's a lot of times like that.
I mean, what helped me is I don't think about it. I just don't even think about it, dog. Like the day I told you, we talked about it, but the day I told you that like I was gonna quit my old job, I didn't even think about what was gonna happen the next day or the week after or the month after, dog. I was just like, all right, my next step is physically, literally, what I'm just gonna move forward here, dog.
Yeah.
It's scary though, dog. It's scary, so I get why people don't do it, but I wouldn't. I mean, I don't.
Once you go back, like at least for me, man. Once you go back, once you get a taste of being able to wake up. I'll have this very frank conversation. I was on a plane today, and Michael was sitting right next to me. Our boy, he doesn't listen to this podcast, so who cares? And he has a nursing job, and for him to have flown to New York with us yesterday to come back and do it now, he has to now work 4 days straight. Now that is the normal thing for everybody else, but he works 12-hour shifts. So he has to do 48 hours in 4 days, which is absolutely horrendous when you're a nurse. Yeah. It's a very mentally killing job. And that type of situation, he was telling me, he's like, bro, I got a beast for 4 days because I wanted to come up here and do this with you. And I sat there and I was like, man, I haven't been in a situation where I don't want to be where I'm at. I haven't had a situation where I don't do what I absolutely want to do. Now, is everything peaches and cream? No, by no stretch. But once you get a taste of doing what it is you love to do and what it is that you want to do, then you never ever can go back. Like when you told me, oh, I don't want to, be a DJ anymore, or I can't be a DJ anymore, it's not working out for me, or whatever the case may be, is sometimes, and most of the time, I know that you needed that conversation with me, and I just didn't want to have it with you because I know that eventually your actual rational self is going to come back, and it wasn't this emotionally charged decision that you were going to do to like throw everything that you had done away just because you had a crazy hurdle, and it was a crazy hurdle, but you know what it tastes like. You know what caviar tastes like. Yeah. You know what it is, bro. Look, at the end of the day, like you would probably, old Mello would slap you for complaining about going to gigs that you do now. Yeah. And you still do to this day something that you absolutely love for a living. And that is an insane privilege. An insane privilege that 95% of the people on earth don't get to say. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
And when you look at it and you go back to it and you're just like, bro, how can I do this again? How can I go back? How can I punch a punch card? This is not what I want to do.
That's my nightmare. That's literally a thing of nightmares to me, dog.
It's what I do now, bro. It's quite literally like I let's say for instance GBJ goes down to the shitter and everything goes bad and I don't have anything to lean back in. I still probably would get a job temporarily if I absolutely had to, because you never say never, and immediately start something else. Immediately. Because I know what it feels like to do whatever it is that you want to do. And not many people have that. And I don't ever take it for granted. That's why I'm like so thankful of the people that work at the company, and I'm so thankful that like we're here, because at the end of the day, this is ridiculous, bro. This is, if you really think about this shit, if you really think about this, what we're doing is stupid. We have 2 lights on us. We have camera equipment, $10,000 worth of camera equipment,
wallpaper
in a studio, a bunch of things, and we're doing a podcast because we want to do it.
Dog.
We're not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for this. The statistics don't show, but yet we're still doing it because we love to do this.
Exactly.
Imagine one day you get to wake up wherever you are and you get to do whatever it is you want to do for love outside of just punching a punch card one day, and you get paid for it.
Querido.
It's insane.
It is insane.
We're lucky, man.
Yeah.
We're just lucky, bro. We're just lucky, man.
It's not all peaches and roses, dog.
No. But when it is, it's
I mean, when it is, but regardless,
When
it always is.
It pays off, man.
It always is. Even when it's not, it is. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to still do what you love to do every single day.
That is perfectly said. Even when it isn't, it is.
Yeah, my brother.
Because it's so much darker being in positions where you don't want to be and where it's ugly and you're miserable and there's nothing you could do about it. Yeah. But to those people, if you're listening, if you're even going to go off the ledge on something that you want to do, if you don't do something and you're in that situation regardless and you continue to do the same thing, then you deserve that life. Yeah. You do. Yeah. Because if you didn't and you really wanted it and you do want to go out there and start your own business or do something else or whatever it is, you will find the time. I don't care what it is. You could easily point the finger and say, oh, we didn't have kids. You had a daughter when you went out there. You had
that. She started right as she was an infant, basically.
You had all the obstacles against you. I didn't. Nevertheless, it was still a single person living in Miami. Did I have a little bit more leeway because I didn't have mouth to feed? Yeah, sure. But what else? It's just an excuse. Yeah. It's just a straight up excuse that you're using so that you don't do it. And if you still are there and yet you're still miserable in that situation, it's because you wanted to. Yeah. It's because you wanted to, bro. Bro, like, not to point it out on you or like say what you did, bro, but like you were working on T-Mobile. And then we would go out, shower, and go hit a club of which you did not do a gig to. It was just to go network. Yeah. And you were like, bro, like, what are we doing? I'm throwing away my marriage at the time so that I can go play DJ.
Lose a couple things.
No, but
no, that's different though. That's different. Yeah,
you were going out, for the people that don't understand what I'm saying, to be a DJ, we had to network around DJs. I wasn't even trying to be a DJ, but my dumb ass was there.
Gus push people around.
You know, I was the
get me gigs. Not to get me gigs, but like
to become cool with them.
Yeah, to become
up and coming DJ and his little fat Indian friend that would get drunk.
Who at the time though we had zero style. Not to say that all of a sudden, we're out here Balenciaga. No. I'm saying we dress a little better now, but back in the day, dog,
we had no money.
Look at those videos, the Quien Quiere video, dog.
We were in black tees.
You were wearing an actual U.S. polo, like red with like it's like that red shirt with like a navy blue U.S. polo. You know the ones that you get like two for $29.99.
Yeah,
you were wearing that with the jeans with the shoes. What shoes was it, dog? It was those.
God knows.
Might as well have been DC shoes, dog.
Yeah. I was wearing
and
BK
I was out there doing the same thing, and I was out there wearing like gear because that's all I had that was like cool.
Yeah.
Like I was wearing sports gear because everything else was just like T-Mobile stuff and just like, or like my little vampire outfit. I wasn't gonna dress like that, dog. It's crazy, dog, and it was embarrassing. And I probably had some awful nights. And
but again, it didn't matter. You were the one that believed it, and to I mean, without sound, I mean, this is gonna sound super crazy, but like you basically sacrificed a marriage for you wanting to do what you wanted to do. I mean, maybe who knows? The marriage would have fizzled out regardless. But what I'm saying, it surely was a catalyst to you wanting to go out every single night just to network.
Yeah,
remember when our friends used to be like, "Oh, Melo's gonna go network," and I would be like, "Bro, you don't get it. You don't get it. This is how you do it. You want to be a DJ? You got to go be cool with the DJs so that they can throw you in at the very last minute." And you could prove yourself until you get your own
gigs. Like, hey, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This guy's no bad. Yeah. But they're not going to let you that opportunity if you're not cool with them. That's how you do it.
You're not.
Yeah. Imagine sacrificing the entire.
By the way, though, let's also, for the listeners, dog, don't sacrifice your marriage to
No.
But let's just be clear. But that's not what we're saying. No, I'm just saying we have to clarify it.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
No, you're not going to sacrifice your marriage. But what I'm saying is just be relentless.
Yeah, be relentless, man. Be relentless.
Be relentless,
like I said,
man.
Everybody has their different things. Like, to me, it's like, don't even think about it, bro. Because then it's going to freak you out. Like, That's what it is. People are scared, right? So the way that I dealt with it, I didn't have to like, oh, there's haters or this. No, like I don't know that I have. Maybe I do. Who knows? Whatever. But I just didn't think about it, dog.
Yeah.
Don't even just do it.
You're
just
almost like a naivety about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's when I know. It's like, like I've said it before. Ignorance is bliss, bro. That's why I don't want to know anything sometimes. Like, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me like. I remember I did gigs that were like actually really cool, and I was like never nervous, and like people were like, dude, this is actually a pretty big gig. Like, why are you not nervous? Because I didn't even know any better, dog. Where like now that I know more, if I did that gig again, I'll be like, oh man, like what? Like I'm terrified. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like almost just do it, dog. Don't even think about it. Don't try to get more information. If you're gonna do all that, dog, that's like Googling symptoms online, dog. Like, oh yeah, I have my heart hurts, dog. When are you gonna die tomorrow? Forget about it, dog. Just go get it. Just go get it, dog. Yeah.
All right, topic number one.
How far in?
We're 45 minutes in, boys.
So we're gonna have to.
All right, whatever.
I like
just one of those, man.
I
where
like
just
the direction that we went in, and you know what, man? If we don't have the structure, we don't need it, man.
Yeah, screw it.
Yeah, there you go, sweet.
My bad.
16,
sometimes they're gonna be
16.
funny. Sometimes they're just gonna be real, and this is one of those like where I don't really care. All right, talk to me. Topic number one.
Topic number one.
Christ Almighty.
All right, let's get off topic.
Okay.
With this one. So, a new Harvard study comes out. Aliens might be living among us, disguised as humans or in a base inside the moon.
Yeah, I told
this
you.
Is
aliens exist. Well, we know aliens
This
exist.
is according to a Harvard study.
But like again, man, some of these things is like because it just says Harvard study, all of a sudden, like we're supposed to give it some sort of validity to it.
Okay, so when do you give it validity?
No, I'm not saying that you don't, but like, is it what kind of study? Is it study of probabilities? What are the probabilities? What did they study? Like, there's a beauty about the scientific community, which means peer reviewed. Right. And that means that other people are going to look at that and be like, yeah, no, that's not right. Or, yeah, that is right.
Of
I
course,
agree with
and
you.
I'm sure that there is. I'm saying, that, look, the articles come out, and then you can dig into whatever the research is, dog, and see if there's peer reviews, if there's research,
Come on.
what exactly did they
Living
find.
inside a planet, brother. Inside the planet. Like, this was like I used to think Santa Claus, I used to think Jesus Christ lived inside the moon.
Dog. That's not the same thing, bro. Come on.
Okay, what is it then?
Well, you think that we're the only ones here.
No,
right,
I
then.
don't think so. But I also don't think that they're
But what do you know about aliens? What do you know about aliens that I don't know? Because you're telling me almost like it's certain that that's not the case. I'm not telling you that it's certain. I'm telling you it's a possibility. And people are actually researching. Harvard just researched, as a matter of fact.
I would please,
okay,
brother.
and I'm not saying that that's the reality. I'm saying
so
that it's possible.
They're like,
I'm not gonna dismiss it, dog. If there's
the Terminator.
There probably is. You don't think that out there's a society that's a lot smarter than us, that has so much more advanced technology,
sure.
just the same way that there's probably a society out there somewhere that doesn't have half the stuff that we have. There's a bunch of everything, dog. There's so much stuff out there we don't know. So everything actually is a possibility. You cannot dismiss anything, is what I'm saying.
But they're living inside the moon, my brother?
What do you mean?
Come on, it's the details that I don't like.
Pablo,
that they're living
caves,
amongst
there's
us.
Caves. You could live in a cave that's inside Earth.
There are some weird people here in downtown Miami that I could be like, oh, that motherfucker's probably an alien.
Yeah. Like that's some Men in Black. Like, oh, you're a Men in Black, dog.
Come on, dog. That boy a plant. That boy an alien.
Like, bro, movies like that, man. Like, I'm not saying again that it's real. I'm saying that it has to come from somewhere.
I guess
like,
I heard another theory or whatever that like actually I heard it on the Joe Rogan. It was like one of those where they clip it, and he was like. There was this dude who worked in Area 51.
Yeah, who whistleblowers.
Yeah, and he was just like, listen, like there are saucers, like I've seen them or whatever. Who knows if it's real or not? But what I'm saying is, he said that what humans are just like refrigerators holding the souls of aliens. And so like nothing really started happening with like alien encounters until the nuclear bombs went off in like Hiroshima and World War II or whatever. And ever since then, there's been sightings all over the place. And there you get like Area 51 and like Roswell and all that. But nothing really happened prior to that. And so what they're saying is that like the aliens who just basically monitor us were like the minute we start killing ourselves, we're like, oh, hold on, dog. Like we have to do something around here. You know what I mean? Like this is getting crazy. Right. These humans are out of control.
That's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, and then what we are is we're basically just like transponders of human souls because they need human souls for something else, and then that's but again,
that sounds like
all right. But how do you know it is? There's so many things out there that you don't know.
All right,
like,
dude, but that's
okay. But living inside the moon is cool.
There could be caves in the moon.
Oh, caves
You
in
ever
the
been to
moon?
the moon?
No.
Because as a matter of fact, nobody's ever been to
Oh,
the moon.
here we
That's
go.
another
Here we
conversation.
go. Let's go. Shout out to the theory. Shout out to the
Pablo,
conspiracy
nobody
theory.
has actually made it to the moon.
Okay,
dog.
cool,
That is
man.
just logic, bro.
Okay.
When was it? Okay.
That boy a tinfoil hatter, dog. 1,000%. 10,000 scientists that
Dog.
worked on there that can all tell you how exactly we got there. But you got all this information. Just tell me. Just answer this
yeah,
one
dog.
question. Wait. Just answer this one question, please. One question. Jesus. Is all the information that you've ever gotten on YouTube, yes or no?
No.
Okay, what else? Give me an actual
What are you
an
talking
actual
sources.
citation that's not YouTube. Go ahead, I'll wait.
No, dog.
No, but
it's
just say yes or no.
logic. It's just
No.
logic.
But is all the sources that you are getting for your anti-landing on the moon?
Just Google it, dog.
Google it.
Yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of articles, dog.
Articles.
Explaining to you why this didn't happen,
This
dog.
guy, bro.
You're gonna get a
Nothing-
bunch of articles.
Dog.
A bunch of articles.
Chill out.
E-Bombs
Say,
World.
but the thing about Gus, I-
TheOnion.com.
That's pretty funny, though.
Hey, dog, shout out to the tabloids, dog.
Okay, when did it happen? In what, 68, 69?
I think it was like 67, no?
Hell yeah,
67
brother.
was in the 60s, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so cool. It was in the 60s.
We were
How come-
really about to get into some moon landing.
How come it hasn't happened again? Why? Do you know what was happening at that time?
Because
it
there's
was
no-
a race to the moon between us and China. That's an actual fact.
Mm-hmm.
And the U.S. was not gonna make it, my brother. They were at the time were not gonna make it to the moon.
Shout out to our technology department in Nassau who actually made us, who got us to the
in
moon.
the 60s. And what happened
Yeah.
in 2024? Why can't they do it now?
Because there's no need to
What
go
do
to
you
the
mean
moon
there's no
right
need,
now.
dog?
Because we have other things that don't have to necessarily put humans in there. It's
Yeah.
a multi-billion-dollar project, and we don't need it anymore. We have other things that can get this to the moon and bring us back stuff. We have a robot in there that's been collecting shit for like 2-3 years, more than that. That's why we don't need to go to the
No,
moon.
okay,
These
that's
are
what
these are
we-
basic answered questions, bro. It's like so primitive, bro. There are people that are still alive to this day that worked on the project to get us to the moon.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure, dog.
And
And they're
Gen
all-
Z
yeah,
and
yeah.
millennials watching on YouTube all think that like, oh, this has gotta be fake.
You
and
didn't
all,
see-
all the documentaries have like the creepy music in the back, like,
And like the monotone.
isn't
like,
it strange? that- like, oh God.
But wait,
I just find it weird that
the little flag.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be
Yeah.
no oxygen on the moon. and the
But
flag
here
is
they are,
waving.
like, oh God. It's the
Yeah,
same
dog.
thing as like flat earthers, man. There's
Yeah,
no.
no, that's also different, dog.
Oh, that's
Flat
different.
earthers,
That's
dog.
also
We all know.
different.
We honestly, logically, the Earth obviously is flat. We know that, right? No, just
Oh,
kidding.
No, here's the thing, though.
no. Obviously, dog. All right,
Honestly,
Kyrie,
you scared
yeah.
me for a second there, man.
Yeah,
I was a little worried.
I
Man.
think what was the documentary where they did it, or the guy's like doing this experiment where
And
he's
he
like
did
a
the
light,
experiment, and then
he's like,
proved
"Ooh,
himself wrong.
that's odd." Bro,
So
you're an
stupid,
actual
man.
idiot, dog.
There's aliens, dog, and they might be living amongst us, dog. There's reptilians. There's all kinds of stuff out here.
Reptilians.
Yeah, dog.
That boy been watching way too many.
Yeah, there's reptilians. Look at the
Reptilian
Hillary
is a
Clinton video on YouTube, dog.
Reptile
Yeah.
people.
Type
man.
in Hillary Clinton.
Cite those
Loose
sources,
change.
man. Yeah. Oh my.
Yeah. Yo,
Loose
the dude that
change.
did loose change, like he came out like a couple years ago, but it's been irregardless. It's been like 20 irregardless. Look at me. How Miami.
Irregardless.
Irregardless. It's been like 20 years or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I kind of messed up on a couple things, though. No, you messed up on
You
a couple
messed
things, my
up
boy.
a little bit.
Guy, you
a
had
lot
me
of it.
thinking for a couple years that there was
That
a
jet fuel
that
can
the
burn. Can burn metal.
Have you seen the sick trend that's going on with 9/11 videos, man?
No.
It's
What is it?
crazy. No, it's just random edits of just like like morbid, the plane going into the towers. Like it's rough, but it's
Yeah,
so.
no, that's terrible.
Oh, but you'll watch a bunch of
Rotten stuff?
rotten
Absolutely.
stuff, yeah.
Rotten.com.
Yeah.
I love how we were talking about that.
No, but the
That-
crazy
that
part
meme.
is like I was like talking about like a beheading. He's like, yeah, beheading. Like, come on,
Pablo,
dog.
this is our country here, dog. In our country, that was the darkest time in our country's history, dog. Since Pearl Harbor, since the moon landing. The
I
fake
love how
moon landing.
conservative you've gotten in the past
Yeah.
couple of years, man.
Conservative.
Twitter has really changed you, honestly.
X.
X, whatever. You have gotten a lot more
Nah,
conservative.
dog. Oye, come on, Pablo. We're Americans, first of all.
It's like the Shane Gillis bit where he's like, if your parents are conservative, like you're not there yet, but you're getting there.
You're getting there.
Yeah. If
Topic number 2, dog.
Oh, we on topic number 2?
Yeah,
All right, cool. Let's do it.
Babo, this is gonna be like a 2-hour podcast if we
No,
keep
no,
going.
we're
All right,
at 55 minutes.
All right, come on. Last topic, I guess. Hit me with
Jesus,
hit me with a good
last
one.
No, come on, let's do 2 more.
You wanna do
Give us
2
like a
more?
funny one or something.
All right,
And then give us
funny
like
let's do a funny one.
Okay, let's do a funny one. Let's do it. Are we gonna do F Gen Z? Do the F Gen
Oh
Z
yeah,
one.
just do F Gen Z.
F Gen Z.
Just do
F Gen Z.
All right. We're gonna do F Gen Z.
Yeah, do the F
Yeah,
Gen Z. Though.
yeah. Because let me tell you something. There's something that really just tickles my anus.
Yeah.
Than a good F Gen Z.
Yeah.
Pause.
All right.
Here we go.
All
Here we
right,
go.
Let me do my producing. All right, boys.
Oh my god.
It's our favorite segment of the week. F Gen Z.
Shut up! Let's go.
Yo, we gotta really get our headphones on so we can get into it.
Yeah.
'Cause right now, like,
That was so weird.
Like looking at him
I know.
and not hearing anything that's happening, no effects, no music, no nothing.
No effects.
Nothing.
That's a raw band.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's cool though.
Yeah, I like
no
it.
It sounded
effects.
good
What?
on YouTube.
You say raw band of no FX? It's a terrible band.
It's a great band. Okay. I can't believe I just said
name
raw.
Name 5 songs.
That's raw.
That's raw. That's raw is super millennial, dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's vanquished.
Yeah,
it's
that's
no
raw?
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
we're
no,
keeping it alive, my boy.
no one has said that's raw.
We say that's raw literally all the time. There's like in the shows, nobody's ever said that's raw, and then they just
No.
17 that's raws in one day. Papa, you say that's raw all the time. I say that's raw all the time. Guaranteed.
Use it in a sentence right
That's
now.
raw.
No, yeah, no, but like in today's times,
What?
like
In today's
what would
times,
you say? Yeah, you wouldn't. I've never heard you say that's raw.
That shirt is raw. I say that all the time. That hat is raw. That jersey's raw. Bro, we say it all the time, Gus. What's wrong with you, dog?
It's true. We do say it.
I haven't said it in a
Not very
time.
raw of you.
All right, boys. Let's get back.
I'm bringing back boof.
Bring it back.
Let's bring
back
That's
boof. Hey, yo, that's
dog.
boof. That's boof. All right.
Okay.
Last week, the Columbus Police Department issued a missing person announcement for 15-year-old Tyrone Giles, who was last seen near Oakland Park. The news prompted concern throughout the community. Fortunately, Tyrone has been found safe. However, his return has taken an unexpected turn as he released a diss track aimed at his grandmother, who reported him missing. In the track, Tyrone raps, "I just been chillin', living like this hoe capping, or not missing. Let you know this hoe crazy, on God, this little hoe tripping."
His grandmother, of course.
He's referring to his grandmother.
As a little hoe.
Jesus Christ.
Talk my dad on me, said I ain't missing, I'm just standing on bending. You ain't talking about you gonna get me, hoe.
That's so cringe, man.
Even the worst.
But I heard
kids-
that the family dissed him back.
Oh,
Yeah, there was like the family
what?
dissed
There
him
was
back.
a diss back?
Well, no, they came back and they were like, listen, he's going through something mentally or whatnot.
So he's not all there.
Yeah, he's not all there. Yeah.
We're all here because we're not all there.
Nah, here's the thing, dog. He's just Gen Z. Let's not put it like what they do.
I don't. Yes, that's very well. And I'm not gonna defend Gen Z. What I'm about to say
You
here.
guys have been on this defending Gen Z type
Nah,
of thing.
but
I
you
don't
also
care,
have to.
dog.
You're.
I'm not gonna be fair about
You're
it.
not objective about
I'm not
anything that you
objective
do.
about it.
You're not an objective person,
Not
so
with
you're
Gen Z,
never
I'm
gonna
not.
look at anything objectively. And I've come to understand
Okay.
that
All right,
for
here we go.
years now.
I hate. Well, you know what I hate that he does, Gallo. Dog? You know what I hate that he does, Strong 16, is that you try to tarnish my image first, right? What is it called? Slander.
Slander.
Yeah, dog. Like I could sue you for that type of stuff, dog.
Defamation
Like
of character.
Defamation
that's
of
what
character.
the word was. Defamate. You defame my character first, and then you try to say your piece. How about you try to say your piece first without trying to defame my
Because
character?
I have to. You have people have
No,
to
people
understand
don't have
who
to
you really
understand
are.
nothing. No,
You're not
nothing, dog.
objective about
Is
anything.
Gen Z
You
cool?
can't-
Yes or no?
No.
Are they raw? Would you say
What
Gen
I'm-
Z is raw?
What I'm about to say
No,
right
you're
now
about
is
to
not
say,
defending them. What I'm saying is, at what point do you chuck it up to just them being young and dumb, or do you chuck it up to them being Gen Z? Because that right there, yes, of course he's Gen Z, but that's also like just you're young and
Yeah,
dumb.
that is actually a young and dumb stuff.
Young and dumb.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But
there's
also,
a lot of
where do
things.
you draw the line? Because I feel like back in the day, even like the worst kids weren't like,
Bro, if you
writing
were
a
to-
diss
if you were
track
to get-
their grandma.
Yeah, if you were to go back to some of the things that we did, it was pretty dumb.
Did you
bro.
write a diss track to your grandma?
Yeah, I did. My grandmother, She didn't even speak English, my boy.
That's what I'm saying. So it would have been a Spanish, like
It would have been like,
featuring.
Te odio, abuela.
That's the same cadence and everything of back in the day, rap in Spanish.
Yeah,
dog.
for sure. For
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
My grandmother's the
Argentinian
sweetest
rap band.
lady. Actually, my Argentinian grandmother wasn't the nicest lady.
She wasn't.
She's Argentina. You know
So
how
you
they
would
are.
have wrote her a diss track if you were Gen Z.
I would have rolled her a little diss track.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hell yeah. La vieja. 1,000%.
That's what it would have
That's what
been
it
called.
called. La vieja.
Gus V.
You want to know a crazy little story? Have you guys ever heard of, you know how I always put like my screen name is always like Compose? Compose is back. You guys seen that? Like
Yes.
You
I
probably
think
have.
you've mentioned it like back in the day because you had like a tag, no, or something.
Yeah, you remember they used to get like 900 hours of AOL.
Right. Yeah.
And you put that in there. And my first rap name was Compose.
Oh, so you actually did rap?
Oh, I did rap. Yeah, I did a diss track.
Oh, you did it.
I did a diss track to one of my boys because I don't know what it was, but I still remember I wrote a line like, I smoke you like a pack of Newports.
Ooh, that's not bad. Dog.
Gallo used to rap too.
Got him.
Yeah.
Gallo used to rap.
What was your rap name, Gallo?
Oh man, I had so many.
What
All
was,
right,
like,
but
your
give us
favorite
the best one.
Give us your favorite one first.
My favorite one, damn, G Rouge.
G Rouge. I gave you that nickname.
What about the least favorite?
My least favorite, damn. Oh my god, I don't even know if I want to say it, man.
Just do it. Jerseys and fitteds?
Nah.
Oh.
Thicky G.
Oh my god. Pause, my man.
No Diddy, dog.
BBL
Oh my
Gallo,
God,
my man.
dog. BBL Gallo. BBL Gallo. BBL Gallo.
Yeah. That's hideous, my brother in Christ.
dog.
Yeah.
You didn't think that through, huh?
But that's what I'm saying. At one point was like
Mine was,
Generation X being like, oh, you millennials are
Mine was a
losers.
prime time.
But you would rap?
I would rap. Yeah, I would rap.
You know Gallo can freestyle.
All right, so go for it.
He does this at least like I don't know. It's more frequent as of
Come,
late.
sit over here and give us a
Yeah.
It's been
freestyle
like
to end
once
the
a week.
podcast.
Yeah. Gallo can't. He actually can freestyle though.
Oh, he
like
can.
legit.
Does he have to be like drunk?
Yes.
Nah.
Yeah.
a little banged up.
Hell yeah.
A little banged up.
Drinks?
Hell
Yeah, a couple drinks and that boy start flowing.
Yeah.
Papo,
He don't be knowing the way I be going.
Oh.
The way I be running the track.
Like Jesse
wait a
Owens.
minute, throw him a shot. See, if
See,
he
you don't
can-
know
Nah,
hip hop.
see,
You don't know
you don't
hip
know,
hop.
you don't know.
He
You
doesn't
don't
know
know,
hip hop.
you
He
don't know.
doesn't know hip hop. Anybody
The
knows that
so
line?
obscure MF Doom line.
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
listens to, dog. Nobody ever listened to MF Doom, dog. But
Your
What an
rapper's favorite rapper.
Your rapper,
My
your actual
favorite
rapper's favorite rapper.
Yeah, that's not Jay-Z's favorite.
All caps when you say his name, though.
Make
honestly.
sure you say it.
Nobody really cares, though.
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
at your wedding, we'll get a little cipher going.
Yeah.
We'll get a little cipher.
Let's get
Predictions on your wedding. How's it gonna go? Who's gonna be the first one to pass out?
to pass out. Who doesn't do drugs? Hold on.
The drinks.
Are we gonna openly admit that we're gonna do drugs? That's crazy. What I just
That's
said.
crazy. It's actually crazy. Yeah, alcohol. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Alcohol. Yeah.
I'm gonna do hardcore
Here's
drugs.
the thing, dog.
I don't rarely do them,
No,
but like when I
here's
do
the
them,
thing, dog. Here's the thing. I wish I would have told you guys this before.
Oh.
My mom started watching the pod.
Oh.
oh really?
Shout out to mom.
Melo's
Let's
mom,
go.
man. What's your mom's first name?
Melba.
What?
Melba.
Melba. Why did I not know your
You
mom's
did. It's
first
just
name?
a tough name.
Okay. Shout out Melba. I love you. If
I
you haven't
love
seen
you.
me.
Yeah.
She has
So-
maybe said 3 things to me in your whole existence.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not mother's like favorite.
No.
One of our boys, only because she literally sees me every day. But in the beginning, like Blake had to call her out on why like his mom wouldn't say hello to me.
Oh,
She would just say hello, but like a very dry hello, like
Yeah,
to
no,
that.
she's not, but
She's very
it took
dry.
It took me a while. with
It's
her,
dry.
too. And I've
But
known her
now-
since I was a kid.
But now she's like love,
Yeah, no.
hugs,
yeah.
you know. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. Gallo's mom currently
Still
still
hates you.
hates
I know,
me.
that's really
We've
funny.
said that before.
I wish I could see that live. I want to see that live.
My mother should have hated you when she caught you spread eagle with lime green boxers in my sister's room.
Yeah, but she still takes me back with open arms.
With open arms, man.
Every time.
How are you gonna be with Olivia when she brings home a little boy?
No, she's not.
Are we gonna beat his ass?
Back to the wedding, dog.
Back to the wedding.
Yeah.
I think-
All right. Well, hold on. But wait. Hold on. So you're not gonna let her have a boyfriend?
No, I'm not gonna let her have a boyfriend.
Maybe when
Next
she's
thing.
43.
Yeah,
Yeah.
43, 47.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe.
43, 47.
Casual dating. Nothing out of hand either.
God, I don't ever want that day to
no,
come.
You're gonna have a daughter for sure.
I hope not.
Wow.
Predictions on the wedding. Predictions on the wedding. Gallo, who are you gonna slay from the bridesmaids?
Good question.
I know the answer already.
Do you go in with the game plan wanting to
or
slay,
yeah,
or whatever happens, happens?
He's gonna say whatever happens. I guarantee.
Oh, because he's in a relationship. He's in a relation, and that's still going strong.
That's actually.
Or how is that going, by the way? How is it going?
Why are you the way that you
What
are?
do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I ask?
Why?
What did I ask? I mean, like, is it still going strong or
To
no?
answer your question, Mello, I'm just gonna go in there.
Well, now
but
you're
wait,
single
but wait.
again.
Okay, so it's not going strong. So it's not going strong. All right.
I'm just gonna,
After the last 30 seconds.
I'm just gonna go in there and do my best
and forget,
and forget the rest.
All right. So that was weird.
Topic number 3.
Let's go. All right.
Topic number 3.
Let's go.
This
All right.
podcast has had so many peaks
So
and
many
valleys.
twists and turns, man.
Twists and turns, man.
Whatever.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's
Last
was that a
topic.
crazy question to ask?
Last
Who cares?
topic.
It's the podcast, baby.
Yeah.
It's the VVS podcast, baby.
It's the
It's
Jackson
episode
Coke.
27.
Let's go.
Dímelo, mi gente. Topic number 3.
Oh
dog.
my God.
man.
Last topic, man.
All right,
Gallo,
man.
we're so sorry, dog.
Oh, man.
Who cares, man?
Who cares? All right.
Yeah,
Who cares, bro?
cares?
You're gonna marry her or no? Come
Yeah,
on,
who cares?
Have you guys ever snarted?
No.
What?
You guys ever snart?
No, what is that?
What's that?
A sneeze and a fart?
Oh,
at the same
yeah,
time?
I've done that a lot of times.
Come on.
actually.
Yeah, that's pretty
I've
common.
done it. I've sneezed and farted. I've coughed and farted.
Yeah.
And I have another one. Wait till the end of the pod and I'll tell you.
Okay.
What are you doing? A teaser? As if anybody
yeah,
cares
yeah,
of that
Nobody cares,
information.
nobody cares. Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm
let-
gonna tune
yeah,
in now.
yeah.
I'm not
this
logging off.
Guys, you guys watch episode 27?
I'm not gonna
Wait
log
until you
in.
hear this one. No, let him say the topic is what
All
I'm
right.
saying.
A 63-year-old man experienced a medical emergency, of course, at a Florida diner when he sneezed and coughed simultaneously, causing his colon to protrude from his
Yeah.
body.
That's not the first time I heard that happen.
The
Damn.
man who had recently undergone also abdominal surgery
Yeah,
felt
come
a
on.
sharp pain and noticed several inches of his colon emerging from the surgical wound.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
dude.
If you just had abdominal surgery, you don't go to the Waffle House.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's his mistake.
That's all.
Shout out Waffle House.
Yeah,
Shout out.
Waffle House is
Fire.
Have you ever gone to Waffle House sober?
But here,
Not never.
Never.
Well, actually,
No, never.
yeah.
that's disgusting, dude. I would
Yeah.
never
Waffle
go in there
House sober, never.
Never.
Cracker Barrel, I'll do sober.
No,
that's fire. The biscuits are fire. I have sneezed and farted. You haven't sneezed and farted?
Yeah, of course.
Coughed and farted.
Coughed
Yeah.
and farted.
I busted a nut.
Oh, here we go.
I busted a nut and sharded.
And sharded.
What?
Sharded, dog.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I had
That's
that's why
super.
to this day, this was years ago, dog. To this day, I get scared. Like when I have like a stomach issue, I try not to have sex because my stomach was a little flojo. You know what I'm saying? Dog? Like when you have loose
Yeah,
ass, dog.
yeah.
Like it is what it is. It happens to everybody. I had the shits all day, but I went to echar un polvo anyways, dog. And bro, I literally dog. It was so embarrassing, dog.
Dog.
Because I had to like.
That's crazy, my
You know what I
boy.
mean, dog? It was
Yeah,
a dual thing
Yeah,
coming out at the
yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like
Look,
front and back. I had to clench and then like it was
I
awful,
had
dog.
this one girl that I met on Tinder. This would have been maybe like 5 years ago. Like this was right when the pandemic started. Literally, as the pandemic was starting, this was happening. I was talking to this girl. I had swiped right on Tinder and we matched, bro. And this girl was she was a pretty girl. She was like, I think like half black and half like Indian, but not Indian like she like native Indian.
Red dot or feather.
Yeah, red dot or feather. And I remember I matched with her. And I was like, damn, this chick looks good, bro. But she lived in Parkland, dude, which of course is like 50 minutes
Might as
away.
well be
Might as well be
Orlando.
Orlando or something. Might as well be like Jupiter or something. Whatever.
I've seen you drive.
And I busted a drive all the way to her crib. And I remember the first date. I was like, oh man, this is like, she's a dope chick. Like
Oh,
she was
you were,
like,
like,
yeah,
catching
yeah,
feels.
because she was like, like a scientific in a way. Like her job was to write research papers.
Okay.
And I remember like really thinking that she was like cool as hell. But I was in my whole phase. I wasn't gonna take her serious. And so the first night, like we like got like crazy hot and heavy, but nothing happened, dog.
And you were nailing
And I
her?
was like, damn. And I remember like leaving and being like, all right, like this is over. You're like when you're young, dog, you don't like if you don't smash on the first day, you're like, this is over,
Right,
dog, you know? And I went home, dog, and my stupid ass like got involved talking to her again. And then next time she was like, yo, dog, like you were like really aggressive. Like I want to take this slow, like whatever.
You were really aggressive.
Yeah. And so I drive up there again. And this.
So I drive up there again.
No. Drive up there again.
I thought you said I drive up there again.
Bro, I drive all the way up there to Parkland again, dog. And this time I'm like, all right, dog. This time, like, it's gonna go down, dog. So I'm like, all right, let's go to the bar and like let's get a couple drinks and then we'll go back. So we went to her house, we burned, and then we went up to
burned. That's also millennial.
Yeah, that's probably millennial stuff.
Awesome.
We went out to the bar. And I remember going to this bar in Parkland. I can't for the life of me tell me what it was. But we had food. We had wings and I had 2 stouts, man. And this is back when I was like
heavy duty,
dude,
dog.
and it was like triple milk stouts, dog.
Oh my
and
God.
it was crazy.
Just asking for it at that
and I
point.
banged it up, and that was like 2:00 in the morning. Everything, of course, shuts down in Parkland, dog. So I was like, all right, let's just go back to your crib. So we went back to her crib, dog, and then I had another one. I took a roadie home like a loser, dog.
Damn, yeah. First of all, a roadie.
Roadie.
Come on.
I went back to her house, dog, and I remember sitting there and like making out with her, dog. And then I was like, okay, like this is gonna finally happen, dog. Like after weeks of teasing, like now it's time to do it, dog. And I remember sitting there, dog, like right before we're watching like TV, like getting hot and heavy, dog. I'm like, oh shit, man, like I gotta take a shit, dog. Like, but like a nasty one, dog. And I was like, oh my God, dog, like this is bad, dog. Like I'm really bad, dog. And so whatever, I was like, you know what, dog? Like, let me go to the bathroom. And there was a bathroom upstairs, dog. So I went upstairs, dog, and this is the worst part I did. I took a piss, but I was like, all right, it's time to take a shit, dog. And I lowered my pants, dog, and I started a little bit, like little, and it went, bah! And I was like, oh no, there's no way. I can't, she's gonna hear me. First date, now I got butt, and I gotta bang her out. Like, there's no way, dog. So I had to cut it short. I put my pants back on, and I went back out there, dog. And sure as hell, dog, after like 30 minutes, once again, dog, I was like, bro, this is
now
the
you're getting that
worst.
cramp.
And now I'm getting like the cramps, dog, like where it's hurting, dog. I'm like starting to like really hold it in, dog. Where like you're sweating, dog.
Sweat.
It sucks so bad, dude. And so she's like, all right, dog, let's go to the room. And she was like hot and heavy, ready to go. Yeah. And we jumped into bed, bro. And I had to take a dump so bad that I was flaccid, my brother. I couldn't because all I kept thinking about was I have to take a dump. I have to take a dump, dude. Literally, dog. And this chick is like finally like, all right, let's get it, dog. And she's like, yo, what's wrong with you, dog? And I'm like, bro, like I'm shy. Like but in my head, I'm like, bro, I am about to explode on your sheets, dog. Like this is awful, dog. And then finally she's like, all right, dog, like, you know, I'll you know, fillet you, whatever. So she's there. So she's there going to town, and I'm like literally clenching my bum. Like, bro, if I let one loose, I'm literally gonna shit on her chest. Literally, dog, that's what I'm about to do, dog. And I couldn't anymore, dog. So I was just like, dog, listen, I gotta go, dog. I gotta go and I gotta leave. And she's like, what's wrong with you, dog? Like, listen, I have to go and I really gotta, like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to work. Dog, I left in that car and I was quite literally
Probably
like,
you were 50 minutes away from the crib.
Yeah,
there's a McDonald's in Parkland. I can't tell you where.
24 hours.
24 hours, like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm holding it in, dog, to the point where like I'm white now, bro. I pulled into that parking lot. I get out, dog, and I run. Of course, I destroy the bathroom. And then I try to like call her back and be like, oh, let's run this again. And she was like, absolutely not. Like, I'm sleeping. Like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, dog. Like, I'm going to bed, dog. I never got to chill with her ever again. Ever
She
again.
gave you half a blowjob.
Have a blow demise.
And that was it, man. That's a true story of how that happened. It was awful. It was awful. So
It was
yeah.
the last topic.
No, yeah. So that's it. No more topics. How long
That's
has it
it.
been?
No. We're
We're like
Oh,
110.
man.
Come on, man. Topic.
the Panthers game's about to start. Come on.
Panthers
man.
game's about to go.
Yeah.
Call your mother. Hug your parents. You got anything else?
That's it.
All right, guys.
That's
We
it.
love
Go
you guys.
Panthers, dog.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go. See you guys next week, dog.